12:15 forever. Trial by jury. We've got guaranteed rights under common law to trial by jury. The judges behind me have hijacked the rule of law for their own, to rob people of their properties and their possessions. Due process is by trial by jury, which is the law of the land. Trial by jury is democracy. Trial by judge is treason. I've been robbed of my home and possessions by 13 High Court judges here behind me. I was put onto the street at 7 o'clock in the morning by 17 police officers and 6 High Court sheriffs. There was no evidence whatsoever against me. The Inland Revenue made fraudulent assessments against me. I had overpaid my tax. I was on PAYE. They had me on an emergency tax code. I was looking for a rebate. When I came in here, I thought I was going to get relief from this torture and persecution that the Inland Revenue was giving me. They bankrupted me. I couldn't believe it. It was like being hit with a bolt of lightning. It took me months to realise I'd come round from what had happened. On the 30th of March, 99, I was put onto the street. There was no provisions whatsoever for homing or nothing. I was left on the street. I was lucky, several miracles, that I'm here today because they wanted to murder me. They also wanted to section me under the Mental Health Act, 1983. I had to run from Northwick Park Hospital while the transport was coming to cart me off the Pond Road, which is a secure mental health unit. If they had got me in there, they would have murdered me. They are murdering people in there. They murdered Arnold Lowe McArdle in Carstairs State Hospital. He was exposing the police dealing with drugs. They got convicted, but Arnold Lowe McArdle was dead. I actually exposed that case also. And I got someone to take photographs of Arnold Lowe McArdle because I knew that they had murdered him. The headline on the News of the World at the time was "Coffin Clue to Murder" when they see the photographs. His eye socket was broke, his jaw was broke, his lips were cut, they were super glued together. They wanted to cremate him, but I had actually emailed the hospital to retain the body. And that is what a member of the public, then they can't cremate the body. But they wanted to cremate the evidence. And this is what they're doing here in this country. When I was bankrupted here, I went down to Charing Cross Police Station and I reported the crime that went on. They would not give me a crime number. Throughout that I've been in here with clients, I'm a common law lawyer now, and I represent people in common law. And I challenge the jurisdictions of the court under Magna Carta, 1215. Due process is by the common law, trial by jury, which is the law of the land. The judges are making up the law, and they're robbing the people of their homes and possessions. They're also robbing families, decent families, of their children. I heard the case here today of a girl going in here, and I spoke to her. There was nothing whatsoever wrong with the girl. She was crying and she said, "They've taken my child." I said, "Make a formal complaint to me," and I said, "We'll try and expose it." That's all we can do, because we do not have the rule of law in the UK. We do not have courts of law in the UK. They are all kangaroo courts. There is a massive conspiracy against the people. And it's all coming about by the Inside Britain's Israel lobby. They have infiltrated Parliament, they have infiltrated our courts, and they have robbed us. It is big business. It is crime. It is treason. And the police down the road at Charing Cross are doing nothing about it. The crimes are being reported, but there is no investigation being done. They will come and they will arrest you. I see Paul Grant here. He was arrested here. He was doing a demonstration trying to get justice, and he gets arrested. But no one is going to arrest the judge. We had a bus here yesterday morning, and I had a run-in with the police, and they said that we were breaking the law by parking the bus here. I said, what about the law that is broke inside in the High Court every day? They're not worried about that. They said we can't do nothing about that because our bosses don't want us to do it. But obviously, and he's also said that he was under instructions from his boss to come down and harass and terrorize me after being robbed of my home and possessions inside in this building. They're still in there today, and they're robbing the people. Every day. It is big business, organized crime. None of these judges have been arrested, and they're criminals, out and out criminals. I witnessed this lady here, Charlie 7. I was in court myself, and I witnessed the judge. He did not want to see the evidence. He closed her down at all times. She was lucky. She actually got the original tapes that she was before Judge Pumphrey, who we are told now is dead. Whatever happened to him, he died a young man. He was also in my case. But it's reported that he's dead now. Judge Collins did not want to see the evidence. He's seen the evidence all right, but he did not want it in court so that he could make the order that he wanted. But he did not give Charlie 7 justice or a hearing. Charlie 7, Patrick Cullinane, Paul Grant, and many, many others have got to get their guaranteed rights under common law. And it's only then that we're actually going to get justice. Magna Carta 1215 must be restored in the courts immediately. The judges that have hijacked the law of the land for their own enrichment must be arrested and tried and jailed. The evidence is there already. These people should be arrested. The Guardian newspaper took up my case. They're not going to say that this man is right all along, unless it was true. But I cannot get justice. I haven't been compensated for my property. There was no evidence whatsoever against me. None whatsoever. But they all ruled against me. 13 judges. So 13 judges conspired. They're criminals. The Inland Revenue down the road. KPMG was appointed my trustee. They had a solicitor by the name of Boone Beaver. I went and put in an annulment to the bankruptcy. Who opposed it? But my trustee's solicitor opposed my bankruptcy. And they're supposed to be working for me. But of course they would oppose my bankruptcy when my trustee took 32,000 of my money. 32,000. I couldn't actually be bankrupted because I was solvent. with the money that the Inland Revenue wanted. I had the money, but they bankrupted me. I had a property worth 200,000. It was worth 250,000. I owed 26,000 of a mortgage, and the Inland Revenue were claiming 68,000, fraudulently, of course, because I didn't do it. I have not got my rebates, and I haven't got justice yet, and this is where we're at. And we've all got to demand and challenge these courts, the jurisdiction of the courts, and run these gangsters out of it. This is the only way that we're going to restore the rule of law here again. Parliament has been infiltrated. They're on my leaflets there, inside Britain's Israel lobby. You've got inside Ireland's Israel lobby. And you've got inside America's. That is why I've actually done cases in Ireland. I'm a common law lawyer now. I've done cases in Ireland, America, and the UK. But there is no judge going to stand, criminal judge going to stand in front of me. I will run him out of the court. I will not stand for treason any longer. It is pointless telling the police down in Charing Cross, and we'll bring it to an end now. Thank you. Thank you, Charlie 7.
Thank you.